Call me. Sorry, people. Excuse me. Welcome back to the channel, and it's time for another album review. This will be the third one. This one is a doozy. I didn't expect to like this album at all. Although I am a fan of this person, I just wasn't a fan of his music coming up. And then I heard this one, and I heard the last one before this, and then it made sense to me. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll be reviewing, which I will be using the correct title for this album, not the mainstream title. It is known as Scumfuck Flower Boy by Tyler, the Creator, released through Columbia Records and on Future Records. This album was great, in my opinion. This is, to my understanding, this is what Cherry Bomb was supposed to be. I think. I didn't check for. I didn't like Goblin because I didn't like the whole kill people, burn shit, fuck school kind of thing that he was going with, and I was just kind of doing this thing, because I'm a positive person, and I was just I just wasn't kind of fucking with it. I like Tyler, the Creator, Odd Future. I like what they're about, just being you and not caring about anything. But I just wasn't with it. And then I heard Wolf, and I was like, okay, maybe he's getting a little bit more musical, getting more musically inclined with everything, adding instruments and some and doing brief interludes to make one song 4 in 1, basically, like he did with Beamer. I can't remember the rest of the. It's if you go on Wolf, there's 4 different song names in one song, and it was good. I like that. And then Cherry Bomb came out, and I was like, this is exactly what I want from Tyler, the Creator. And then Flower Boy, Scumfuck Flower Boy, he put it all together. Now let's break it down. Scumfuck Flower Boy has a lot of features on it, just like Cherry Bomb did, but he didn't credit them at first, and then he updated just to show who's on it. As of right now, there's Frank Ocean, there's Rex Orange County. There's a lot of people that I've never heard of on this album, like Rex Orange County. Of course, I've heard of Frank Ocean. Everybody's heard of Frank Ocean. Kali Uchis, which was on the last. She was on the last one. A$AP Rocky, Jaden Smith, Estelle. I'm a very big fan of her vocals. I was very excited for this one. Anna of the North, Steve Lacy from the Internet, Lil Wayne, and that was really the big features off of this. It's 47 minutes. It's 14 songs, 47 minutes. There's not. It gives you enough time, but it doesn't. If you get what I'm saying. First things first. The first song, Forward. I love the beat. And the fact that Tyler takes the time to produce his own beats for all of his projects. He produced all of Cherry Bomb. I'm pretty sure he produced all of Wolf and Goblin. I'm pretty sure. I'm not for sure on the Goblin, but I'm pretty sure on Wolf and Cherry Bomb. I'm just really impressed with how well this album was put together. There wasn't he didn't need a Smuckers on this one. He didn't need a name and what Smuckers was a just a bar heavy fuck you, I'm the man kind of song with Kanye West and Lil Wayne. He didn't need that. He didn't need that on this project. He just went with whatever mood he was trying to capture, and it worked. When I hear this, I think of Sunflowers. Is that if that sounds weird, I'm sorry, but the name, the title and the music go together, basically. but then again, when you think of Flower Boy, you think of something else. But I didn't think of that when I heard this. I thought of Flower Boy. I thought of like being free. Like the album cover is Tyler. It's very vivid and very colorful. Whoever painted this is amazing. It's Tyler in a field of sunflowers, and he's got like giant bees around him, and the sky's orange, and it's like on a grassy knoll and like hills and shit. Like it paints a picture. But let's get back to the track list. My favorite songs off this whole project, Forward. It took me a while, but Who Dat Boy grew on me a little bit. Okay, but then again, Tyler, I'm gonna tell you this, okay? Who Dat Boy does not need 2 minutes to start the song, okay? It doesn't need 2 minutes to start the song. What it needs is you just, as soon as that bass hits, probably after 30 seconds, boom, boom. Like, just get up on, like, start talking your shit. And I think this is what I like these past two albums. Cherry Bomb and Flower Boy are my two favorite Tyler, the Creator albums. And two of my favorite projects of those years. Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, Cherry Bomb came out in 2015. Yes, Cherry Bomb came out in 2015, while as Flower Boy came out this year. So with a 2 year span, I could wait for another Tyler, the Creator album. I could. I don't want to wait like 5 years for a Frank album, but that's for a different video. But let's get back to this. The features on this album, while there are a lot, I understand why they're there. Because every feature played a significant part. Like Kali Uchis, and her vocals. I wasn't aware of her until Cherry Bomb, and I understand why he uses her. There's a lot of repeated features from the last one. I mean, there's a Lil Wayne verse called "Dropping Seeds," and I'm guessing the meaning is dropping seeds, like dropping, I guess, like bombs on people, metaphorical bombs, like I just bought this car, I just did this, I'm dropping seeds. Like basically, I'm styling on you. Is basically what I'm thinking is the meaning of dropping seeds. I mean, and then we get to first things first. I don't think Tyler, the Creator's gay. I'm just gonna say it. Because people were tripping. Because also, whoever leaked this album, because I know it wasn't Tyler, fuck you. Okay? Just fuck you. Alright? Because this album could have been number one. And what that does, see, what happens when an album leaks is that it takes away sales. It's free downloads, and those free downloads could have been streams. It could have been purchases of the album. But no, y'all decided to screw that up. So whoever leaked this album, it was like what, 2, 3, 4 weeks before. It's like almost a month before the album came out. But when I heard it leaked, I was like, no, I'm gonna wait till it actually comes out. Even though I have Apple Music, shout out to Apple Music. I should really get a job up there. Anyways, Garden Shed. I understand why people think. Why people think that he's gay or something like that. I don't, because of the whole. Let's get to the lyrics here, as I pull them up live on mic. That is where I was hiding. That is what love I was in. Ain't no reason to pretend. Garden shed, garden shed, garden shed, garden shed for the garçons. The feelings that I was guarding heavy on my mind. All my friends is lost. They couldn't read the signs. I didn't want to talk. I tell them my location and they don't want to talk. Truth is, since a youth kid, I thought it was a phase. Thought it would be like Frank, poof, gone. I'm guessing Tyler, the Creator's having an identity crisis. Excuse me. And he's addressing it in his music. What I'm thinking, what I'm thinking he's talking about is not him being gay. I think first of all, we all know Tyler says outlandish things on air. I mean, if you haven't seen any Odd Future interviews, if you haven't seen anything, I mean, yes, he did make a song that said literally kill people, burn shit, fuck school. But I don't think he really means that. He says that. Listen, Tyler, the Creator, trolls the universe. And I'm going to make a separate video one of these days about when the real difference between trolling and actually meaning something, because literally the lines have been blurred nowadays. But listen, what I'm thinking the phase that he's talking about is not him being gay or being, is not him being, bisexual or whatever you wanted to call it. I think it was that really, really rebellious phase that he took on in his first album. When Yonkers, when he went through this phase when he was young, when he would just do shit, like he would just do like the craziest shit. And I think it calmed down. And I think that people still, truth is, since the youth thought it was a phase. And it was just, since the youth, he's kind of been, maybe a little screws loose, or we're up there. Thought it'd be like the Frank. And what I mean by like the Frank, remember when Frank came out, well, I wouldn't say he came out. When Frank proclaimed that he was bisexual, it lasted for about a month or so, and then poof, it was gone. He was thinking that phase would not hold him back, is what I'm saying. Like, people still think of Tyler, the Creator, the same way that they think about him, maybe in 2000, I guess. When did Goblin come out? In 2011. Maybe people still think of Tyler, the Creator, the same way they thought of him in 2011. He didn't think that basically he wanted people to take him seriously. Now, again, my thing is that I don't think he's gay. He's just trolling. And then you're gonna say, "Oh, he said he used to kiss white dudes in the mouth." Really? Do you really think Tyler, the Creator, of all people, really means that? If you don't believe me, go listen to Wolf. He literally at least 5 to 6 songs off of Wolf are about a girl. You remind me of my Beamer, Mr. Trunk riding in 2-seater. Thank you. 2-seater off of Cherry. Okay, the rest. There's enough evidence in his music that proves that Tyler, the Creator's not gay. There's no way. But anyways, moving on. I had to make that a point. I ain't got time. Now, supposedly I heard that he was supposed to get Nicki Minaj and Kanye West on this song. And I'm skipping around on the track list if you're following along. Kanye would have sounded great on this. I don't think you would have needed Nicki. First things first, I don't think Nicki even wanted to collaborate with Tyler in the first place. We've seen Kanye collaborate with Tyler in the past, so again, there wouldn't be a reason to have, another feature. I mean, he collaborated with on Cherry Bomb, on one of the standout songs, Smuckers. But I think this was a Tyler song. This song reminds me of the song that he did with Mac Miller off of Mac Miller's album Watching Movies with the Sound Off, called oh my god, that's gonna kill me. Forget it. I'll probably the song will come to me later. It's not Goosebumps. It's not Goosebumps. It's that song, Go Get 'em Mac. Yes, if for true Mac Miller fans, you know exactly what song I'm talking about. Moving on. That's what this song reminds me. I feel like Mac Miller could have been on this song. Mac Miller should have been on this album, actually. I felt like there's a couple of I feel like there's a couple of, I felt like he could have rapped on Dropping Seeds. He could have rapped on no, actually, no one. Matter of fact, the best song, and I'm jumping around here, the best song on this album was 911 / Mr. Lonely. I'm saying it. I'm saying it. People are saying November. People are saying Garden Shed. People are saying Sometimes. People are even saying Forward. I think 911 Mr. Lonely is the best song on this album, and I'm going to tell you why. Because, have you ever, do you remember, do any of you guys, I'm going to ask you this, do you guys any remember when TLC and, like, young kids would actually sing and it was actually cool? You know what I'm saying? Like it was cool to like boy bands a little bit. I feel like this reminds me of, like, I guess it's just me. This reminds me of, like, it's like 5:30. It's dusk outside. Sun's halfway down. It's not all the way. It's halfway down. It's about to be sundown, but it's not. It's nice and cool looking outside. It's like I said, 5:30. It's a weekend. It's about to be Nick at Night. That's what I think of when I heard 911 Mr. Lonely. Like the beat. I just think of Nick at Night. That's all I think of is Nick at Night. Nick at Night at in my grandma's sunroom, probably about to eat some popcorn or something like that. That's what I think of 911. 911, and I was singing that song at the beginning of this. So enough rambling. Let's get into some actual like analytics and breakdowns. I've listened to this album twice. And the second time I liked it even more. I love the notes that Tyler chose to use in each of the songs. I love the tempo and forward, especially the bass line and the drum line in the back. That my favorite thing, if not my favorite thing on this album is A$AP Rocky. Is A$AP Rocky when they transition into Mr. Lonely saying, I can't even lie, I've been lonely as fuck. I can't even lie, I've been lonely as fuck. And then the lonely, 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 lonely. Yes, I love that. That's my favorite thing. I feel like it's a great transition to the next beat. 911 was a slower tempo, and then boom, shoots right into Mr. Lonely, and Tyler just goes off. I felt like Dropping Seeds should have had a full-fledged Tyler verse. Just like, I mean, if he wanted to, I don't think he wanted to follow the formula that he had with Smuckers, because Smuckers was just this like, fuck you, I'm the man, like I got this, I get supreme wherever I want, which he really kind of does. And I think he just wanted Wayne to rap on one of his beats, which Wayne's done twice, actually. Trivia. He, Martians vs. Goblins. That's a Tyler, the Creator beat. Didn't think about that, didn't you? And then, of course, Smuckers was a Tyler, the Creator beat, and he rapped on another Tyler, the Creator beat. I also want to give Tyler huge props on making an album this good by him, almost by himself. Production-wise, the fact that he took the time out, and I understand why it took 2 years now, that he took the time out to make sure that every note, every transition, every bass line, every drum line, every snare, every hi-hat, if he had some. I heard a couple of hi-hats throughout this, but I don't think I really heard a lot of like, for example, a hi-hat, what's a good example? The beat off Jumpman. The tick, the ticking noise that you hear in Jumpman with the little, yes, those are hi-hats. I rarely heard any of those. I felt like every feature was used to Tyler's advantage to make Tyler look good. Except for A$AP Rocky. For some reason, A$AP Rocky, like, you can just slice off his part and it could stand alone by itself. But even it's crazy I even say that because Lil Wayne was set up in Dropping Seeds to look good as well. So this album is like, I don't know what at this point I'm at. When I listen to this, I get to Dropping Seeds, and then I get to November, and then once November hits, he could have stopped in November. This album could have been 12 songs, and it could have been fantastic. And then he kept going with Glitter, and then he ended with Enjoy Right Now Today, which was a good conclusion. I'm so impressed with Tyler. The fact, again, he was able to produce this album literally with his bare hands and get the right notes, maybe bring in the right people to play the right instruments, because I heard a lot of live instrumentation on this and it was beautiful. Matter of fact, if I could go back, since I'm talking about it, I want to go back to Cherry Bomb. Wanya Morris from Boys to Men is on a Tyler the Creator album. If you didn't take Tyler the Creator seriously when Cherry Bomb dropped, I don't expect you to take him seriously now. Because that's just like, oh, I liked Kevin Durant, you know. I liked Kevin Durant when he's on the Golden State Warriors. No, you're not. No, that doesn't make any sense. You're supposed to like him when he was in OKC, building this foundation and saying, "Hey, I am a championship caliber person." Not now when he's got A$AP Rocky and he's got Frank Ocean, he's got Lil Wayne on the same album. He had Wanya Morris from Boys to Men. Do you think I would? First things first, I want to know what the phone call was like. It's like, hey, Wanya, you want to get on a song? Who are you, Tyler the Creator? Then Wanya, knowing at least a member of Boys to Men, would have at least looked up Tyler the Creator, and they probably would have saw some terrible shit, and they were like, oh my god, who is this dude? You know, saying kill people, burn shit, fuck school. And then they listen to his music and they're like, oh my god, okay, maybe this isn't who he is. Tyler has turned over a new leaf to say, hey, take me seriously when it comes to this music shit. I'm not just this random kid who made a song called Yonkers and the video was me eating a roach and then throwing it up and then hanging myself. That's exactly what the video was. Go look it up. But Tyler is a force to be reckoned with now. I took Tyler seriously when I heard Answer. That's when I took Tyler seriously, because of the instrumentation. Then I figured out that he actually like orchestrated that. That's what he is. He's a composer now. Tyler the Creator is a composer of this genre of rap music. I'll call it alternative rap if you want to. He doesn't make horrorcore anymore. But I like this Tyler the Creator. I like Cherry Bomb Tyler the Creator. I love Flower Boy Tyler the Creator. The one where he pays attention to detail and thinks, okay, I can't sing, but I'm going to find the best person that can sing on this part. And I remember him in an interview talking about how he listens to certain songs just for the background vocals. I remember he says he listened to a Mary J. Blige song because of the Boyz II Men background vocals. And I was like, I didn't even know Boyz II Men had background vocals on a Mary J. Blige song in the first place. And then I listened to it and I was like, oh, I get it. Sometimes I listen, but then again, I feel the same way. I listen to, I just listened to Total's song that they did, Can't You See? I just listen to Can't You See for not only Biggie's part, but I listen to Can't You See just for the chorus. I listen to 911 just for Frank Ocean and A$AP Rocky. Of course, I listen to it for Tyler, but my favorite parts on this album aren't necessarily from Tyler's, vocals. While his vocals are amazing, and I think he made sure every word counted on all 14 songs throughout 47 minutes of music. I just think that Frank Ocean with the chirp, 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 and then the A$AP Rocky going, I can't even lie, I've been lonely as fuck. Like that, I listen just for those parts because those are my favorite parts. And it's crazy how small parts like that makes a song. I think Tyler has cracked a formula for him where he says, okay, here is the base of the song. Now I'm going to take every part of this song and make sure every note is perfect. And if it sucks, I'm going to make sure I'm going to redo it. Tyler, the Creator, has entered perfectionist stage, people. And the only direction is up at this point. With that being said, for only reasons because it's shorter, I think it could have been ran the time, that Wolf had. While I like this one better than Cherry Bomb. Okay, actually I take that back. It's hard for me to choose between Cherry Bomb and Flower Boy. Scumfuck Flower Boy, which Tyler, the Creator. Your title names. It went from Goblin, which was easier because you called yourself a Goblin. Then it went from Wolf because Wolf Haley and blah 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 blah. Then you went to make a freaking left turn and go to Cherry Bomb, and I'm like, okay, this is interesting. I don't know where Cherry Bomb comes from. And then I saw the chain, and I was like, that chain's icy as shit. And then I saw Flower Boy, and I was like, Flower Boy, Flower Boy. And then the gay rumors, and I was like, oh, he's trolling again. So. Yes, again, I don't think Tyler, the Creator's gay. I don't. I just think that he just wants to be taken seriously when it comes to this music shit. I wouldn't be surprised if he's on Kanye's next album. That's how good I think he is. And the thing is that he doesn't... You see, the difference between Kanye and Tyler, the Creator, is that Tyler does literally almost everything by himself. Almost everything by himself. I don't know who. I think he has an engineer, and so does Kanye West. But literally, like, these guys Kanye can make an album of beats just by himself. Same thing. Tyler's been doing it, for 4 straight albums. My question is when is Tyler gonna get to that next level? That okay. I think because he was striving for a number 1 album with this. I think he deserved it. I truly, wholeheartedly thinks that this should be number 1 on the Billboard 200. But it wasn't. I think it was number 3, maybe 2. I think 2 or 3. Because him and Meek Mill dropped the same day, which I was gonna do a review on Meek Mill's wins and losses, although great album. But just because of Tyler, just because of this shortage of the album and how Ain't Got Time kind of gets annoying after a while, I'm only going to give this album 8.5 out of 10. I give it 8.5 out of 10 because it's his best work so far. Like, it edges Cherry Bomb. Flower Boy puts a stamp and says, listen, I need you to take me seriously. I need you to take me seriously now. I took him seriously way before this. I'm just surprised that other people are taking him seriously now. So I'm expecting maybe 2 to 3 years from now, whenever the next Tyler the Creator album comes out. Hopefully there is a next one. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy because I think Tyler it sold 105,000 copies first week. That's unheard of for Tyler. Tyler's albums really don't even sell that much, but this is his highest selling one, if I'm not mistaken. So, Tyler, you got something here. The next one is going to be like, you almost hit the bullseye on this one. The next one, boom, you got it. It's a straight shot, literally. I think he knows exactly what to do when it's next. And also, supposedly we're going to get an A$AP Rocky Tyler the Creator tape. And maybe he may or may not be on Cozy Tapes too, which I'm going to be making a special half-year kind of thing, maybe going towards in the winter. I'm making a 2017 in rap music review. Maybe a couple of guests will be here, and going forward, we're entering, I believe, third quarter. I think we already are in third quarter for music. But yes, I give this 8.5 out of 10. Tyler definitely this is Tyler's best work to date, and I guarantee you the next one's gonna be definitely gonna be his best. Like, is gonna be like, wow, okay, where's the Grammy? I'm talking that, because his instrument, the way he orchestrates things is amazing. Yeah, again, 8.5 out of 10. What did you think of this album? Tweet me, snap me, whatever you want to do. Follow me on Twitter at @ByHunterForeman, all one word. Don't forget the E in Foreman. Not Foreman, Foreman, Foreman. Yes. Yeah, man. 8.5 out of 10. Tyler hit literally a home run with this one, but the next one's gonna be a grand slam. I can already tell. And if you don't get that baseball reference, fuck you. Scumfuck Flower Boy 8.5. Tyler, you're almost there to be one of the greatest producers alive. One love.